by Kevin M. Heimel. It was a routine carrier takeoff, but nothing in warfare is ever routine. Lieutenant B. Sevilla launched his TBF Avenger torpedo bomber from a USS Anzio, but within seconds he lost control and spun into the water. The Anzio was conducting anti-submarine patrols off the Philippine coast of Leyte on December 21, 1944. Sevilla's bomber carried a total crew of 4, including Ensign W.K. Bowden, who served as an observer, Petty Officer 2nd Class W.L. Mills, and Petty Officer 3rd Class J.B. Robinson. All survived the impact and either climbed or swam out of the bomber to await rescue. It would not be long. They were soon retrieved by the destroyer USS Morris to fight another day. Good morning, history aficionados and fellow admirers of courage. Today, we're not just looking at a moment in history, we're reliving it. We're going to pull back the curtain on a gripping incident from the annals of World War II, a story of sudden catastrophe, astonishing survival, and the unwavering spirit of those who face the unfathomable. This isn't just about a crash, it's about the unbreakable bonds of service, the thin line between life and death, and the extraordinary power of hope in the heart of the Pacific. Prepare yourselves because the images and the tale you're about to witness will stay with you long after our journey ends. The year is 1944. The war in the Pacific rages with an almost unimaginable ferocity. The Allied forces are pushing closer to Japan, island by island, battle by brutal battle. And here, off the sun-drenched coast of Leyte in the Philippines, the USS Anzio, a formidable escort carrier, is on a crucial mission, anti-submarine patrol. Her task is to hunt down the silent, unseen predators that lurk beneath the waves, threatening vital supply lines and troop transports. Every day, her aircraft launch a constant vigil against the enemy. On this particular day, December 21st, a routine takeoff was scheduled. But as history so often reminds us, in the crucible of war, nothing is ever truly routine. Picture the scene. The vast, unforgiving expanse of the Pacific Ocean. The carrier deck, a hive of organized chaos, alive with the roar of engines and the shouted commands of the deck crew. Lieutenant B. Sevilla, a seasoned pilot, strapped into the cockpit of his TBF Avenger torpedo bomber. This magnificent aircraft, a symbol of American air power, was a workhorse of the Pacific theater, formidable, resilient, designed for combat. Sevilla's mission, like so many others, was straightforward. Launch, patrol, return. 1,000 times, this sequence had unfolded without incident. But this day, fate had a different plan. The Avenger surged forward, propellers slicing through the humid air, gaining speed down the flight deck. The G-forces pressed Sevilla back into his seat as the aircraft strained towards the edge. The moment of liftoff, that exhilarating transition from solid deck to boundless sky, was seconds away. But then an anomaly. A subtle tremor, a lurch, a sudden, horrifying realization that something was terribly wrong. In the blink of an eye, what began as a routine launch transformed into a desperate struggle against the unforgiving laws of physics and the raw power of a wounded machine. Within mere seconds of leaving the deck, before it could even properly clear the stern of the carrier, Lieutenant Sevilla lost control. The aircraft, now a wounded bird, began to spin, not into the protective embrace of the sky, but down, inexorably, towards the churning blue abyss below. Imagine that moment of terror, that gut-wrenching realization as the world spins wildly, the horizon tilting, the deafening roar of the engines now mingling with the terrifying shriek of metal under duress. The mighty Avenger, designed to deliver destruction to the enemy, was now hurtling towards its own violent demise. The impact was ferocious. A monumental collision of steel and water, a geyser of spray erupting skyward. The force of it must have been unimaginable, a sudden, jarring stop to what was, moments before, a controlled flight. But the story doesn't end with the crash. For inside that plummeting machine were 4 souls, each with a life, a family, a future, suddenly thrust into the very jaws of death. This wasn't a solo flight. Lieutenant Sevilla wasn't alone. Sevilla's TBF Avenger carried a crew of 4. Besides himself, there was Ensign W.K. Bowden, who served as an observer, the eyes and ears alongside the pilot. Then, Petty Officer 2nd Class W.L. Mills and Petty Officer 3rd Class J.B. Robinson, both vital members of the bomber's team, responsible for its sophisticated systems and armaments. These were men forged in the crucible of war, trained for countless contingencies, but surely none could have fully prepared them for the sudden, brutal shock of a crash landing into the open ocean. Yet amidst the chaos, amidst the sudden inundation of water, and the terrifying struggle against a sinking hulk of metal, a miracle began to unfold. Against all odds, every single man survived the initial impact. Think about that for a moment. For men, strapped into a torpedo bomber, slamming into the unforgiving Pacific, yet emerging alive from the wreckage. How? Was it sheer luck? The incredible structural integrity of the Avenger? Or was it the sheer, unyielding will to live, honed by the constant threat of war? We may never know the precise combination of factors, but what is clear is their immediate, desperate struggle for survival. They either climbed out, scrambling over twisted metal and through rushing water, or swam free, breaking the surface of the ocean, gasping for air, their world turned upside down. Imagine the disorientation, the cold shock of the water, the overwhelming realization of their predicament. They were in the middle of a vast ocean, wreckage around them, vulnerable. But the immediate peril of the sinking bomber was replaced by a new anxiety, rescue. Would they be seen? Would they be reached in time? In the vastness of the Pacific, even a crash just off the carrier could become a death sentence if not handled with astonishing speed. The seconds ticked by, each one stretching into an eternity. They had escaped the iron grip of the Avenger, but now they were at the mercy of the sea. But they would not have to wait long. This wasn't an isolated incident in the vast, empty ocean. This was a carrier group, a finely tuned machine of war, constantly vigilant. Even as the Avenger hit the water, the alarm bells were ringing, the rescue protocols swinging into action. The carrier's accompanying destroyer, the USS Morris, a sleek, powerful vessel, was already on the move. Her crew, trained for just such emergencies, raced against the clock, their eyes scanning the water, their hearts pounding with the urgency of saving lives. This wasn't just another ship, it was their lifeline. The speed of the response was a testament to the meticulous planning and incredible discipline of the U.S. Navy. Within minutes, the USS Morris was on scene, her vigilant crew spotting the survivors amidst the scattered debris. Small rescue boats were launched, cutting through the waves towards the 4 men, who by now were likely exhausted, shivering, but filled with an overwhelming surge of relief. The sight of those boats, the sound of friendly voices, must have been like a vision from heaven. They were pulled from the water, one by one, safe against all odds. Lieutenant Sevilla, Ensign Bowden, Petty Officer Mills, and Petty Officer Robinson, all 4 were retrieved, pulled from the cold embrace of the Pacific alive. Bruised, undoubtedly shaken, but alive. This was not the end of their story. It was a dramatic pause. A moment of miraculous escape that allowed them to live, to fight another day. And that, in the heart of a global conflict, was an outcome nothing short of miraculous. It speaks volumes about the training, the readiness, and the sheer humanity that existed even in the midst of such immense destruction. The crash and rescue of this TBF Avenger off Leyte on December 21, 1944, serves as a powerful reminder. It's a testament not only to the dangers faced daily by those who served, but also to the incredible resilience of the human spirit. It highlights the often unsung heroes of the rescue missions, the shipmates who stood ready to brave any danger to save their own. And it underscores the fundamental truth that even in the most routine moments of war, the extraordinary can happen, both tragic and triumphant. These men, saved from the depths, went on to contribute to the ultimate victory, their lives a living testament to courage and the unbreakable bonds of brotherhood. The images and the story of that day off Leyte are more than just historical records. They are a beacon of hope and a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who defended freedom. If this powerful tale moved you, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more incredible stories from history, and hit that notification bell. What other moments of extraordinary courage and survival during wartime inspire you? Share your thoughts in the comments below.